Coming up on Coasting Through Asia, we're getting up close and personal to one of our most anticipated rides in the entire world, T-Express.
Oh my gosh, this is cool. We're gonna go on a little backstage tour and maybe even get the opportunity to take you guys up to the top. And may I present the first drop of T-Express.
And don't worry, we'll ride their other 3 coasters too. Or wait, is it 4?
Oh! That's why it's supposed to count. It's
not a roller coaster.
This is a log flume, Harry! All this and so much more coming right up. Good morning, everyone. Bright and early from Everland, one of the coolest and most anticipated theme parks on this trip that we're doing here in Coasting Through Asia. We're coming to you right from the front entrance before the park is even open for the day.
Yeah, this is really, really cool that we got to be here this early. We're gonna do some cool stuff with T-Express today. If you don't know what T-Express is, it is an intimate prefab coaster. Please pardon my voice. I am already, it's like day 3 and I'm already done. It's bad. If you're an American, you've done El Toro. If you're European, you've done Colossus or Boulder. It's like that. But we've heard this one is either the best or the second best. And we'll figure that out today.
Yeah, we're super, super excited for that. So we're gonna start off by walking down towards T-Express. And we're gonna go on a little backstage tour. We're gonna show you guys around the ride and maybe even get the opportunity to take you guys up to the top. Lift walk before we even ride it. How about that?
Yes.
And we're gonna be some of the first riders for the day, and we're gonna be staying till park close because there's fireworks tonight.
Yeah, so they're about to start off their 50th anniversary. So tonight's actually opening night of the fireworks. So
yeah,
crazy.
Very, very cool.
Weird that was not timed on purpose.
No, not timed at all. We are here on a Friday, so we are expecting it to be a little bit busy. This is one of the most visited theme parks in the entire world.
It'll be very busy.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to do as much as possible. They also have an arrow looper. They have a ton of animals, including some giant pandas.
I've never seen a panda before.
You've never seen a panda?
Oh wait, just kidding. That's a cutout. Still haven't.
I am assuming this is where they're kept, right here at Panda World. Also, you can see it's presented by Samsung. Samsung actually owns this park. And as an iPhone user, I don't know how I feel about that. We're winding down these pathways. We're passing Tiger Valley, so I'm assuming this is a tiger exhibit. So yeah, lots of animals that we're seeing. Looks like also the base of a skyride station. They just call it Human Sky.
Right now we're doing a lot of downhill walking, which is super nice. But that means that eventually we're gonna be doing uphill walking.
Here's a sign pointing to some stuff. T-Express straight ahead, that's where we're going. Amazon Express is a set of rapids. Lost Valley and Safari World. They do have like 2 different safaris here, which is crazy. There's Sea Lion Village, so this is gonna be like a big sea lion show, and they have signs up for about conservation, sustainability, all that good stuff.
If there's any Disney fans out there, we are currently in Zootopia.
No, we ain't.
No, I'm serious, look.
Oh no!
I love it. I mean, it's a fitting name.
I can't wait for the dark ride. And there it is. Look at that. T-Express. Holy crap. It's huge. It's giant.
It's absolutely gigantic. And that's going to be a lot of climbing.
Here it is. T-Express. The Iron Rebirth. That is in reference to the RMC 208 track that they put on it. So to help keep it smoother, keep it last longer. And this is another Swiss theme right here at the entrance.
It's
here.
actually specifically themed to Grindelwald, which we've been to. And funny enough, the sleep shirt I've been wearing on this trip is Grindelwald.
So you unintentionally were just sponsoring
Yes.
T-Express.
And I had no idea. I didn't even know that this was like a Swiss theme.
No, I had no idea. One fun fact we learned about the name is that it was actually called T-Express after a sponsor of the ride. Kind of like a T-Mobile sort of situation, like a mobile company. They actually no longer sponsor the ride, but obviously they kept the name. Look at this. It's T-Express.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know we were going in the maintenance area. This is cool. So
yeah.
The first thing that I noticed is like
the sidebars?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, probably for clearance if I had to guess, because there's going to be some tight clearance as you're threading through that wood structure. I mean, it looks comfortable. The train design is pretty much identical, where you have the 3 bench cars, of course 2 across. Even the side paneling looks very, very similar to El Toro. You can see additional padding here on these side handles. They actually have grab handlebars on the side. That's definitely different from El Toro. It's very similar to Lightning Rod had these for a while. I don't think it has them anymore. But yeah, very kind of similar design here.
So the green train, they actually called green tea.
Haha! And you can see a yellow train right over there. So naturally, they call it tea bag. Right next to each of the wheels, you'll see this thing right here. You see it has a little like fire warning stickers because this is actually a heater. I can feel it right here. It's heating the wheels.
It's so nice. I'm really cold, so this feels really good. El Toro has been like my love, like my whole life. It was really, really hard to even admit that there was something I liked better. So being able to ever admit that there's something in the same class of rides that I like better, should that happen, is going to be like, if I say that, I really, really, really mean it. I'm not just saying it because it's in Korea. It's here. We're starting our walk out onto the track. We're gonna get harnessed up, walk up to the top.
This is tied for the world's tallest wooden coaster with Wildfire. 183. It's big.
How tall is El Toro?
El Toro is
180?
Yeah, I think it's 180.
Hold on. 181. Damn, that's it? It's just 2 feet off. So this is the route that they walk in the mornings when they do like their inspections, like their track inspections and whatnot.
Yeah, like that. They're inspecting that. No, this is probably the older stuff, right? They took off, I'm guessing. In fact, there's guys up there doing their morning track walks.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Hello.
Really try to keep up. They keep having to backtrack for us.
Okay. This is very much a terrain coaster, and here you can see a great example of that. Look at the varying size of these footers and how the hillside just runs all the way up. Just such a unique location for a ride.
What is the actual, if you go from like the base of the park to how tall the top of the lift hill is?
Don't know.
It's probably a lot.
Yeah, it might be more than 183. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a lot more. I mean, I could just see like from down like where we were before, like there's a very big difference.
Absolutely.
Same thing like there, what is it, an air loop or something up there?
Yeah. There's an air looper really high up there. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's really cool to be backstage in a wooden coaster area.
You haven't even ridden the ride yet.
It's so cool to see the track, and look how big the columns are coming out of the ground. It's
crazy.
Like the amount of concrete and structural engineering that went into this.
Yeah.
So good.
Insane, right? You like it?
Yeah, I'm just looking at that drop. I can't wait to get on this later.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's the first drop. Holy crap. Look, there you can see all that RMC track.
That looks delicious.
Man, this is cool. As we go around the backside, another great example of how this ride uses the terrain. So this is on the side where the lift hill is, and this is the side where the drop is. So look how much bigger the drop has to be because of the hillside. Insane.
Also, you can just see like how steep the climb up to getting where we actually start the lift hill climb is. Like, look, that's pretty substantial. And I'm already getting out of breath, so that's not a good sign for me.
Come down and
Okay. All right, this right here. Cool.
That's where the cable is for the lift hill.
I wonder if it's gonna be as fast. Because like the lift on El Toro is silent and very, very, very.
I imagine so. And look at this. It's the cable. Wow. That is huge.
That is hefty.
Man,
Very hefty.
that's insane. And there's the motor right here.
And your belt.
Very nice.
Yeah, doesn't move as much. Yeah.
We're starting up a very narrow staircase. This is going to be a different lift walk than most.
Yeah, so in the past when we've done lift walks, like you're walking directly up the lift, this is like a separate little area to get up to the top without actually having to be on the lift.
So you're not
itself.
walking up a slant, you're essentially walking up a staircase. So we're just going to arrive at the top. Already getting our first real look at some of the park. There's a looping coaster.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, that's sick. All right, we still got a long ways to go. 183 feet is the height of this ride. And here we go. Look at this.
Oh yeah! That was more of excitement that I'm done with the steps.
Oh man. Wow. Well, this is cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know, it's amazing. This ride's beautiful.
Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's so cool.
근데 블록 브레이크로 가실 거면은 이쪽으로 가는 게 가까울까요? 네, 여기요.
Crazy.
A lot of people don't look at roller coasters as art, but they most certainly are. I think they are massive, beautiful pieces of art, and like this is a particularly gorgeous one. I'm very impressed.
So this right here is the transition from the Intamin prefab track to the RMC 208 track.
A really clear way to see the difference.
Right there.
And if you look,
old, new.
but it transitions kind of like
From here.
you can see it, wood, 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 wood. Boom.
And there's the steel.
Steel.
Since we haven't had the proper chance to explore Everland yet, this is like our first real opportunity to see like the park as a whole. Like you can see all these like big flower gardens. Like it actually looks like stunning. Of course, the other roller coaster up on the hill, the big Ferris wheel, and then just the rest of the layout right there. It's nuts. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah, this park is really big.
Yeah.
Like I think I knew it would be, but like it's like really big. And I am excited to check it out because I don't honestly know much about this place other than this ride.
I think also from up here you can just see how much land they have to work with. Like I feel like if they wanted to get another big coaster one day, they absolutely have the space for it. And I hope that they're able to at some point.
And may I present the first drop of T Express.
Good God.
Wow.
That is bonkers. Like I obviously have seen it from a train, but it's a little different when you can actually stop and stare.
That
the
is
best way.
so cool.
3, 2, 1, Naka!
So this is sensor activated. It's to say 3, 2, 1, like goodbye, basically. And well, we just triggered the sensor. So it has to give people a heads up that they're about to go over a drop. And over here on the other side of the track, there's that drop. Holy moly.
Nice. This is really steep.
This is steep. One hand on the bar.
Anti-rollback.
As we depart the lift hill, we are now transferring to the mid-course block.
I didn't see you actually attach it.
So here's another spot where we see the transition from the old prefab track to the new 208 track off the mid-course right here.
That's a really clear visual.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to see how that works. And I think it's smart that it overlaps a little bit.
Yeah.
Where like the stuff on the top overlaps with the wood a bit.
Probably
before
keep
you
it
get
smooth.
close. If you've done like Mind Blower, that was like not a very smooth transition.
I think it's a little better now, but
I
at
think it's better
first
now.
it definitely had a bad pothole. Definitely.
Yes. And I think it looks like it's going to be a nice and easy transition.
This is where the air time happened.
And now we start back down. There we go. Saying goodbye to this view for now. You can see more of that 208 track. Wow, there's the station over there. So cool.
This is the catch car where the
Oh.
screen is lifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yeah, there's where the anti-rollback starts right there. Here it comes.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
That was incredible. What a way to start off our day at Everland. Huge thank you to the crews here at T Express, the folks at Everland, and Amusement for just arranging everything, making this possible, being able to show you guys that footage. I mean, that is so cool. I've never seen those views before.
No, I mean, how could you, right? It's, you know, when you're on the ride, you're moving very quick. You don't really get to like stop and really take in the view. And this opportunity to just stand there and like bask in how beautiful the ride is. And like I said, it's a piece of art. So
Yeah.
it was really nice. You know, when you go to a museum, you don't run by everything, right?
Yeah.
So when you're on a roller coaster, you can't really stop and just sit and look. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
feel like this is just...
Dude, that wood structure is so impressive. That thing is massive.
Shout out to the T Express man himself
Wow.
for coming up there with us.
My name is T Tana. We're T Express guy. Yeah.
He's the T Express guy.
Oh, shout out. Yeah. Coaster Studios.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey!
how many times have you ridden T Express? Do you know?
Oh, 50 years. Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. One day we want to introduce him to El Toro Ryan. They could become friends.
every day. Oh, wow! Scream! Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. Oh yeah.
High five.
Oh yeah. High five. Yeah.
50 years.
And here we go, the back row on T Express.
Our first time on the back row.
I am not ready for that drop, dude.
I am very ready.
El Toro's drop is one of the best
Dynamite.
of all time.
It's dynamite. I think it's the fact that you don't slow down at all. Like
Right.
you do the turnaround and then you just go for it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. There's no time to like think or breathe.
Yeah,
It's
no,
awesome.
I agree.
Everyone seems very excited. Now the crowds are here.
It
so.
is, yeah. So our first on-ride reaction is already up on the channel. You can go see it. Our very first ride was in the front row. One of our group mates already rode to the back and said that is a back row ride. So
I believe it.
So I'm here to find out for myself.
Which is funny though, because I ride El Toro and I think I might prefer the front.
Dude, I don't know. I love both for different reasons.
know, it's tough.
Yeah. All right. Slowing down here at the top.
Can we just appreciate how quiet this lift hill is?
Yeah. So quiet.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. 1. Yeah! There we go. Whoa! Oh, nice. Yep, that's good. That's good. Yep. Woo! Oh! Yep. Oh, I'm great now. Yep.
Holy cow!
It has some of the prefab jolts to it still, a little bit.
Oh my god, I can't see.
Wow. All right. Yeah, here we go. Jump off. Whoa!
Dang.
You get so close to the structure here. Whoa! That's like a head shot.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Whoa!
Dang. Yeah, that's definitely fun in the back.
All right.
What do you think? You like it better back here?
Ooh, I feel like some of those end hills hit a little better back here.
I think they do too.
I think so. I mean, obviously the
I'm
drop
a little
is better in the back.
windblown, I think.
Yeah,
I forgot to put my hair up.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. I think I'm leaning towards the back.
I think so too.
I think so.
That's
yeah.
fun.
You know, that is good. Yeah, it's a lot of floater airtime. I'd say the
Yes.
drop and the first big hill are ejector.
The
And then-
drop in the first big hill are Toro, and then it's more bouldery.
Yes, yeah. But there's a lot of winding. I feel like this almost has more hills than Boulder. Like
It has a lot of hills.
there's a lot of hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's fun. That is
That's good.
fun.
Yeah. No, that's a good time.
앞으로 매주셔야 썰매 넘어지는 사고 발생하지 않아요. 가방도 앞으로 매실게요.
What do you think?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that is my third Intamin prefab, definitely the second best. I mean, El Toro is just in a league of its own with it.
What are you missing? You said third.
Yeah.
You've done Toro.
Oh, I'm missing Colossus.
You haven't done Colossus. Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
I know. We live like in the UK. It's the closest one to it, but it's like the one I haven't done. I know, crazy, right?
Funny how that happens.
I know. We do a lot of stuff that's like really far out, but then it's like I haven't even been to half the parks in the UK yet. But never mind.
That's funny. David, you like it?
Yeah, loved it. I'm not a massive fan of El Toro. Sorry, I thought it's too violent for me.
So this is better for you.
So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, really
Excellent. Julie, how was your ride?
I loved it.
Good.
I really loved it. I loved that I love the drop, and I love the helix, and it went fast then slow, then fast then slow. It was really cool.
All right, so would ride again.
Absolutely.
Are you guys noticing that there's like an Everland theme song playing in the background? It's like Everland over and over again.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Love it.
We are climbing aboard the Skyway to head up back towards the front of the park. We were just in a Switzerland themed area. This is very Switzerland. Like hop aboard a ski lift. We got off the Skyway. It's very 50s over here. Look at this. This is a KFC. There's a KFC, like a diner, here in the middle of the park. Wow. All right. And over here is Rolling X Train. That's the other big coaster here.
I've just discovered that this 50 section is called the American Adventure. I feel right at home.
This is really huge.
Oh my gosh. Is that honey chicken?
Honey soy chicken skewer.
That's awesome. Yours good?
It's good, yeah.
Good. Churros! Hey, I got one as well. Yeah, this is like awesome looking. This is so odd. What is this? I think it's a Vekoma train, but it doesn't look like a Vekoma train.
No. But it supposedly is.
Very unique.
I am concerned. I mean, it might be okay. Oh boy.
It's a Vekoma train, but it's an aero coaster.
With, I think, a part of it is retracked by Vekoma.
Yes, so the layout is very similar to like a Carolina Cyclone, you know, Carowinds.
Okay.
It's a very classic like double loop and then corkscrew. We're already like, yeah,
what the heck?
It's an arrow, that's for sure. Oh yeah, it might be an exact clone of Carolina Cyclone.
I think it is.
Yeah,
well,
I think
you know what? I guess we can decide if, like, even though these trains are really weird and we haven't seen them before, maybe they're better.
Maybe they are. We'll see. Yeah.
Maybe they're not. We'll
This
see.
used to have aero trains, but they obviously swapped them out quite a while ago. So, yeah, I'd be curious in seeing if this like actually is an improvement or not. Very cool. Yeah, position up on a hill. There's some big tall buildings back there.
Oh God. Okay.
All right.
Oh God.
All right.
Oh my God.
Gotta keep head forward.
Jeez Louise. Okay,
Oh yeah, this part's smooth.
that's not too bad. Jeez Louise. Okay. Why?
Oh, through the trees. That wasn't that bad. That was fine.
Oh look, there's another one.
Yeah, there's another train. Look at that. Yeah, I thought that was all right. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is, right? But like,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like, I don't know. I didn't really bang my head.
Really?
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh well, that sucks. Look at this! The family coaster's going backwards. What?
That's pretty cool. We might have to do that.
This area is so fun. It's like actually like really well themed.
Very whimsical.
Very whimsical.
Yeah,
yes.
it's like woodland fun. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, I think that's pretty accurate though.
Okay, woodland fun it is.
Here's the entrance to our racing coaster. Fun fact, this right here in Korean is racing coaster backwards. So that's kind of their like branding because they have the train in reverse. Also, this is like really fun up here at the entrance. I'm pretty sure these guys are supposed to move, and for whatever reason they are not today, but that'd make the entrance way more interesting.
This is so weird.
I love it though. That's so fun. I didn't know this was a thing.
I didn't know you could do this.
This is so cute.
Whoa!
Whee!
Woo!
I have no idea where we're going next. Oh, all right. Oh, we're still going.
Oh, there's still more. Oh.
I thought that was the end. That is the end. All right, that's cute as hell.
That's fun. That's actually great. I like that. I think more parks should do that.
I say, why are more kids coasters not like
We
this?
should have a forward train and a backwards train.
Yeah.
This area has a lot of personality. All the different characters up and about. The architectural style is just very distinct, colorful, fun. Yeah, this is the best themed area of the park so far, easily. Love a good log flume. This is Super Flume Thunder Falls. Apparently this is the newest attraction they've added here.
I don't know that I would quite go as far as to say that it's flume weather, but we're gonna do it.
It's the first whitewater flume I'm about to be. So.
All right.
I'm excited I've got doors.
Yeah, right?
Actually.
I guess we'll see. You know, it's not hot enough that I'm like, I want to be wet.
It's a lovely spring day.
I'm wearing a coat still.
T-shirt.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I think it's nice out.
Yeah, I'm convinced we're not gonna get wet. I think this is gonna take all of it.
Well, maybe it'll bypass us and then it'll go straight back to row 2.
Oh.
Poor blokes back there.
So do we think that during the summer they take this off? I don't know. I feel like they might.
Oh! My shoe!
Oh no!
Dang it! My left shoe.
My right shoe.
It's soaking my butt. It's soaking my butt.
Oh wait, turntable?
Dramatic.
Is that a backwards drop? Ah! Ah! We're in the back!
Bye.
What?
Somehow.
Oh! What the airtime hill?
Interesting.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That airtime hill. Is that why you think this is a credit?
That's why it's supposed to count. It's
not a roller coaster.
This is a log flume, Harry.
I think that I am socially liberal, but a credit counting user. I am right-wing credit counter.
Whoa! Why is this thing slamming around?
Does this boat not fit the trough or something?
Alright, another turntable. This one is gonna be forward facing. I like this suspenseful music. Oh.
Very dramatic.
I don't know, I can't really see the drop.
It's over there.
It's on the other side of this thing.
Oh god, alright.
Oh.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that was fine. No, that was fine.
Alright, I'm good.
Not a big deal.
Thanks, windshield. Oh, that's a hand burn.
Oh, well, actually my hair is pretty dang wet. But it's not that bad. It's the shoe.
No, I'm good. No, I mean, my one shoe's a little wet, but it's not that bad.
Oh my gosh! Back row!
Oh my gosh. Alright, we picked the right spot to sit. So if you get really wet on this, like we did, look at these dryers.
What?
They're just heat and it feels amazing.
Just hot air.
Just leave me here. I will join you guys at the end of the day.
Yeah, position my butt right here. So this right here is an old Sky Cycle that looks to be standing but not operating. Think about like the one at Brazilian Park with Shoes in Highland in Japan, where it's just like you'd pedal out. I think that's what this is. How much did you like T-Express the second time?
I'd say like this much. This much. I liked it like this much the first time, and now it's like this much.
I would like to amend a statement I said earlier. I said that it's mostly floater airtime in the second half. Well, maybe towards the front it is, but now that it's warmed up a bit, that is ejector in the back.
Yeah,
that is, over
it
each
runs
of those
a lot
hills.
better later in the day. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not that late.
It's warming up. It absolutely is.
2?
It's 2 o'clock. Yeah, from 10 a.m. our first ride. Yeah, I feel a difference. So each of the hills are small, right? They're like boulder sized, but what happens is, as you go over the apex there, it like lurches you forward, so you don't have like that sustained feeling. Think about like a classic like RMC Camelback, how you just like are pulled over like all the way down. This is just like lurching you up. Yeah. So lots of those moments throughout the whole time.
It's a very specific feeling that you only get on these 4 roller coasters.
Yes,
I would say.
I agree. What do you think, guys?
That's warmed up a lot. That's warmed up a lot. It's so good in the back as well. Yeah, that drop's insane. But it does feel like Bowder. The hills are literally like, and down again.
I love that ejector airtime that didn't get in the front this morning. So
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely.
It doesn't have a helix. I got that.
Yeah, you are.
That's the brake at the end there, look, as it goes up.
Check out how cute this is. We're essentially going sledding right now.
What? Look at these. We're gonna grab one of these, take it up the hill, and then slide down.
Slide down.
Great.
There's no snow.
There's no snow.
Who needs it?
Wheels.
Dragging a sled up a hill. This is so silly.
Yo, that was sick. That was awesome.
Why is that so much fun?
Couldn't show you guys the ride on that one because you gotta like hold on with both hands, but that was sick.
As we're exiting this area, look, there's a massive parade going on.
It's very like, I don't know, the vibe is almost
Carnival.
Epcot, Carnival.
Yeah.
Fun.
So, for crowd control, they have filed everyone into 2 separate groups and are making sure that people don't rush, and they're keeping us separated. So like, there's all this room, but everyone's just congested on this side and congested on this side to help like redistribute everyone. That's insane.
Meanwhile, on Main Street, when it's fireworks time, employees are getting punched in the face when it's like you can't stand in this one spot because guests are wild. Here, everyone's pretty respectful.
Dude, they just got it down. This is insane. Oh, look at this. We're entering like this massive flower garden area. Whoa.
Are we in the Netherlands?
There's tons of it. This is so Dutch.
So Dutch, big tulip field.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Not me seeing this one before I see the real one.
Yeah, right? Also, there's like tons of themed buildings back here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely meant to be like European in every single way.
This is easily the best area of the park.
It's so pretty.
Not even close. This is fantastic.
So vibrant and colorful. I had no idea that it was like this.
Gorgeous. Yeah, the backdrops, everything, like the placement, how you have pretty much attractions all around you. Even like the train goes right through the flower beds, like between all the facades. I'm like, with the coaster in the background too. Yeah.
So this is some really good use of technology. This right here is a screen that is showing like an extension of the tulip fields. And like over on this one, I know it's kind of hard to tell because it's like behind these umbrellas, but those are windmills. And what's cool about them is if you were to go around to the other side, you don't see anything. Like you just see like essentially a net. So it is a one-way so that it enhances this view, but then doesn't do anything to the other side. And that is really cool. I've never seen that before. And while we're here in the European area, we got some American food.
Oh,
Look at this barbecue. And there's some nachos, although it's really more just chips and dip. Pretty solid right here. I mean, what a diverse platter. Like sausages, I see chicken. I'm not even sure what everything is, really.
This is beef. There are squirrel monkeys.
Yeah, this is actually a whole like walking exhibit. It's like over here, so like this is the pandas right over here. And this bridge just keeps on going, all these different exhibits right off it.
I feel like the preference for specific animals is very clear here. It is a 50 minute wait to meet the pandas. Nobody's showing up for the squirrel monkeys. Although they do call me common squirrel monkey, which is just mean. That
wow.
is a derpy monkey.
Look at this guy.
Oh my god, look at this. I've never seen one like this
I've
before.
never seen a monkey like this either. I didn't even know they existed.
That is
Dude,
a
where's these guys? Where are these guys from? Yo, do you guys see that tiger?
There's 2 of them.
Really?
Do you see the sleepy one?
Oh, ho, ho.
He's lounging, but this one's active.
Look at this guy. Oh, he's so cute.
Look at this one.
Oh, man.
Hi, buddy.
And since penguins are flightless, they are not in the bird section. They have their own exhibit. And Sarah's already running.
Actually, I have a pet. A penguin.
Really?
I do. There's a gift from my wonderful friends Ro and Donnie. So it's this app where it's like a conservation. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. This is just fun to share because I feel like if you watch the channel frequently enough, you know I really, really, really love penguins. So they thought it'd be fun to give me, like, essentially you pay to like track an animal and the money goes to like a conservation fund. And well, the first one, it died after 24 hours. That was really sad. He died on National Penguin Day.
Wow.
So that was pretty, I got really attached. I was like looking up flights to go and find this little guy, and then he died. But
that's unfortunate.
I know, and now, well, they replaced him for me.
Wow.
I guess
penguins are replaceable, I guess.
But, so I can like see where he travels, and he is
So where's your penguin now?
He is off the coast of, the second one is dead. I haven't checked him in a day. The second one is dead.
Should we have that one?
Yeah, I'll take this guy instead.
Ro, Donnie, Lily, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. They replace it, but they replace them when they die. So now I have a new one. His name is Apollo 11.
Wait, is Apollo 11 the one that made it or the one that didn't make it?
I don't want to think about it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Look, those porcupines.
Are we just going to not acknowledge that they're like digging a little hole together?
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
Like, look at them go. Like,
look at that. Oh, munch time. Yeah.
Look at the little albino one.
They're adorable. They're so cute.
So these buses here are water buses. As these buses are at the moment under maintenance, they're basically letting you walk the track that the buses would usually run on.
Oh, so that's what we're doing right now.
Yes. But I don't know about the water bit, because we're not designed like boats, so I'm not sure how we're gonna go through that.
What did you try to say? hey, here's our first friend. The alpaca? Or a llama? I can never tell the difference. They have mountain goats. I love these guys. They're awesome. This is so cool how close you can get to them.
This reminds me of the Wildlands Zoo we went to, where it was like,
yes.
Well, some of those you could literally just like pet them and be friends with them.
Right. Wildlands
still
was
pretty
awesome. Good. Yeah, this is very, very cool.
He's a common eland. Hi. Oh, did you see that? I said hi and all their ears just went.
Dude, they're adorable.
What's
Whoa.
going on over there?
Dude, he's measuring himself. He's up to 410 feet. He's a strata. That was an interesting experience. I mean, like, it's very cool that you can walk it, that they're keeping it open when the vehicles are being serviced.
I'm just curious, like, what it's like normally, because usually when you do a safari and you're like in a big vehicle, it's because the animals are free roaming, but they're all in enclosures here, so it's more like you're like in a safari car driving through like a zoo. So it's interesting. It's different.
I think it's fine. It's fun, right? People like being in vehicles. They like being moved around. Less walking. We went through that at a pretty quick pace, so like you can make that a quick activity.
but also you can spend plenty of time in there
We
if
had to
you
hurry
want
up.
to. Yeah, we are trying to make it to the panda exhibit before they close, and we're gonna make it.
I've never seen a panda.
That's crazy.
I mean, like pictures.
Grew up in Central Virginia, so I made the trip up to Washington, D.C. National Zoo had pandas for a very long time, so I guess that would have been the last time I saw one.
Oh my gosh, the panda exhibit has takeout. I'll have an orange chicken, a beef and broccoli, and chow mein. Welcome to Pandasia. Yo, what is this, Team Lab?
What?
Yep, this is who we're gonna go see. This guy right here. I cannot with these photo ops. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
I don't know why this is making me emotional.
You got a stick. Oh. Yeah. You bought 2?
They're my babies.
What?
There were 2 in there.
1 for each of them? Wow. Alright.
I miss them so much.
Oh boy, what is it? What's it gonna be? Is it something?
Themed.
Is it panda related?
It might be. This is for you, Taylor. I got a matcha, but look at it.
Panda art?
It's panda art.
Alright, that's allowed. That's fantastic. I love it.
About urinal etiquette.
Well, I know you're not supposed to stand next to somebody for
The last coaster we need here is called Dragon. It is a little dragon-powered coaster with a normal 30-minute wait. That's crazy.
My friends are gonna get their first roller coaster credit.
Aw.
Yay! The babies got their first credit.
What'd they think?
They loved it. They said they want to ride T-Express.
This attraction is called Spooky Funhouse. I'm imagining a walkthrough, probably. I don't know, but I don't think it has a line. There wasn't a wait time posted. Oh yeah, is this just a walkthrough? It's like a queue for a ride, except there's no ride on the other side. Wow.
Oh, I thought it was a dark ride. I thought it was like Blue Blaster.
I think there is something like that here, though. I don't know. What is this? Put your hand here. Oh. And Everland has one dark ride. It is called Shooting Ghost. Here's our ride vehicles. So it is a classic shooting dark ride. Oh, wow, it's like a full gun. Did you see that? That's like not a normal blaster. That's like a gun.
Oh, great.
So no on-ride footage for that one, but I can't help but feel like this park deserves a little better. Like it was a relatively basic kind of low quality shooting dark ride.
Yeah, it's like a notch below like Blue Blasters.
Yeah, like definitely notches below. Like
Give
a
us
lot
Blue
of
Blasters
sets
here.
that just there wasn't a whole lot going on. Not really trying to immerse anyone in anything. And
I don't know, but I thought I won, and then I didn't. David won.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good
He's not
job.
listening, but he won.
I thought the best effect that they had is they had like a
Ooh.
curtain that they were projecting some of the stuff on that you were like shooting, and then they like you're going towards the curtain and then they whisk it away at the last second. I was like, that was a good effect. That was good.
It was like a sheet.
But yeah, that was like the only
Look at the
part.
stars on this.
This is really pretty. Wow. And this is a really cool looking restaurant. Magic Time? Yeah, that's great. We're back in the Alpine Village for one more ride on T-Express, and of course this will be a night ride.
I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea, like coming here, what the park hours would be at any of these places.
Yeah.
And I assumed it would be more akin to like Europe.
Oh, like 6 or 7 p.m. max. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get a night ride on anything, so cool.
Yeah, 10 p.m. closure tonight, but they closed the lines early.
That is something that you have to take into consideration, is that all of the attractions close earlier than you probably expect. So T-Express closes
2 hours
like 2
early.
hours before the park does.
I'm excited to see how this is running at night. It should be haulin', that's what I'm expecting. And right now it is posted at a 40-minute wait, which is actually the lowest we've seen so far.
Last ride is gonna be great.
That's the one.
I'm cold.
Back car. Yeah, you're about to be colder.
I know.
In a second. Bye, T-Express. Bye, T-Express.
That was the best one so far.
That was the best one
That
so
was good.
far. All right. Hopefully we'll be back one day to get back on that, because yeah, that was a lot of fun.
The view from the top of the lift and all the lights in the park was fantastic.
I'll have to take your word on that one.
yeah.
I can't wear glasses on the ride, people, just so you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I couldn't see.
But
I'm
the
sure it was
forces were good. We were in the second to back row. Smoothest ride so far, I
Yes.
thought. And the whip on the drop is just stellar, right? And yeah, so that plus the first airtime hill, killer. And then the twist that comes rapid fire. Yeah, it's just running really, really nice.
Yeah, I think that was the strongest by far that the second half has been. I think the first half is like very generous because it's like the first like bit that feels very El Toro-esque has been very consistently good the whole time. But then after the mid-course has been like, at the beginning it was like really taking its time, and now by the end it's going nice and quick, which rounds out the ride quite nicely.
Yes, and there's a lot of airtime hills on here. So like when you drop off the mid-course, like you have like I would say like the first two are like, it's like a bit more aggressive floater, and then you start getting to like the second lap around where you're on the lower level, and that's when it's those sharp ejector pops. And I think that that is, you're surrounded by all the wood structures, so you kind of are a little bit disoriented. And again, this thing is over 5,000 feet long, so it just keeps on going. This is one of the longest coasters in the world, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's not too many that hit the 5,000 foot mark.
Which is hilarious because we just rode one that was like 14,000.
14,000. I wore the shirt today. Anyways, last ride good?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
great.
Loved it. Fantastic. Always like a nighttime ride. No reference points, so it just makes it even more exciting.
We also need to give a shout out to Julie for being an awesome babysitter. Look at her. She's taking care of the babies.
You like your pandas?
Oh, it's so cuddly.
We saw the daytime parade earlier. There's also a nighttime parade here, and everyone's lining up for it. Dude, they take their parade so seriously here. They are camping out. And here comes the parade. Moonlight Magic. Look at their costumes. And look at the size of these floats. Yeah, I see the Disney influence. This train is massive. Holy crap.
Who's the little old guy? Do we know?
I have no idea who that is. This one looks like a water fountain cascading down the sides. That's so cool. That was cool. These fish are on rollerblades. Hey, that's kind of a steep hill. That's like kind of impressive.
Good stuff there. I love that we were literally just at Lotte World and they had a day parade and a night parade, and so does Everland. Like, they take their parade seriously here.
Uh-huh. I mean, not quite as seriously as Disney Sea, where everyone's like
No.
on the floor 2 hours before.
Disney Sea, there, dude, Tokyo is next level there. Park close at 10, this is happening at like 8:30, and most of the rides closed already.
I stand partially corrected. Rolling X train is still open. 10-minute wait. I'm good though. I'm good. I do see the top spin cycling. All right, so it might be like a small handful of rides, but like you can even see the Sky Ride right here, closed.
As we're back up here at the front, another sad reality is that a lot of the rides aren't the only thing that close early. Food locations too. Most places close at 8, so we did not get the chance to eat dinner. We're walking around trying to find food. Pretty much nowhere is open. I don't like that. That really bothers me. It sucks because like, what if you miss it, you know? And So yeah, we're just kind of wandering around and got nothing to eat. So there is a convenience store right outside the front gate that is open after all the restaurants close. So you can go and buy some stuff that they have like a bunch of microwaves set up that you can go and heat something up. There's a lot of stuff that's very spicy and it's a little deceiving because they don't
we're in Korea.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily give you a heads up with all of it.
Just assumed, I think, here.
So yeah, prepare yourself. Maybe get more than one thing. It's all pretty affordable. You know, you might strike out on some. So anyways, Everland. That's a good time. They have a spectacular front entrance area. I think their use of terrain is really quite nice.
There's some areas that need to get fixed up, repainted.
Yes. I think there are some areas that are showing their
match.
age more than others. I think the American section is probably prime example of that. But I thought the European area, gorgeous.
Yes,
I thought the
that was
animal
amazing.
exhibits were nice. T-Express was obviously a lot of fun. I
wanted more pandas.
Dude, more pandas would be good. They need a better supporting cast of rides, I think. I think they need a stronger dark ride. I'd love to see like a drop tower or some sort of like swing, like tower style attraction.
I want something like Big Bear Mountain here.
Big Bear Mountain would be good.
I think that'd be so cool because it's very terrainy here. I just think that could be awesome.
A family thrill coaster would be good. Or frankly, just another thrill coaster to support T-Express because right now Rolling X Train is a very old aero coaster. I think something, to give this park a 1-2 punch. Yeah, cool park. I'm sure I will be back at some point. Very accessible from Seoul. We're literally standing right outside the bus depot to take people back to like a main station. Even if you don't have a car, you can take transit. This park is looped into it. And it's very, very popular because there's a lot of people here.
It's super popular.
Next video is going to be from Seoul Land. That will be our final stop here in Seoul before we start heading south into the southern part of South Korea.
South Korea, yes.
But so that'll be fun. That park is home to a handful of roller coasters, some interesting...
it was in Squid Game.
It was in Squid... Yeah, it was in Squid Games.
Be honest.
We're going to go check it out. We're also going to do a really cool attraction over by Lotte World. You guys saw that giant tower there? We're going to go up to the top. Make sure to stay tuned for that, but we hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time here on Coastin' Through Asia.
Coming up on Coastin' Through Asia, we're at one of Korea's oldest parks, which you may have seen on seasons 2 and 3 of Squid Games.
Right about here was where the character scene was shot.
Someone walked up and gave me this. Should I be concerned, do you think?
So, naturally, we had to dress the part.
Green light. Red light.
You excited to ride? Nod your head.
And we finally find out which one of us would survive the Squid Games.
Go ahead, let's see it.
There's no chance you're cutting this out.
I'll be honest, once you just give up and eat it, it's nice.
And it's all coming up next.